Hey folks, I wanted to give you an update. I'm down at coeymans Marina watching a barge go by. That's actually a side. Maybe we can even see it. Let's see. That's cool. You don't always see him going by, pushing him on the side. Sometimes you see him coming from behind. He must be coming from the Port of Albany. Today there's a lot of frustrations, and I got to tell you, I'm starting to have not an existential crisis here, but I got to face the reality that it's going to be September before I even get to Buffalo. I have had this boat at coeymans Marina for 2 weeks now. coeymans Marina is 30 miles away from Troy to the south, whereas the Erie Canal is about a mile north to the Erie Canal. It's really been good to have this boat down here. Everybody at this marina has been super helpful. I had the wrong registration number on here. I had a hull identification number instead of my registration number. I didn't even realize it. I've had a lot of help with the trailer. I have replaced my motor. But I gotta say, I am ready to put this boat back in the water, and I'm starting to get annoyed with everybody, coming over and telling me that the boat used to be a nice boat, what I should have done but didn't do, what I ought to do before I put the boat back in the water, or else I'm going to have problems with the police or something for the entire, length of the trip. Or you don't leave until you're completely ready. But meanwhile, I'm losing money by keeping it. I have a set amount of money, and that I have saved up, and I have bills that periodically come due. And whether I am sitting in the gravel here or on the water, those bills come due, and my bank account goes like this, right? So now it's going to be September before I get to the Erie Canal. Now I got to find a way to transport this boat, probably not using this trailer, overland to Pittsburgh. Either I have to have a bunch of friends come out and help me, which is going to cost them their entire weekend and hundreds of dollars, which I feel like obliged to, reimburse them for, or if I could even find somebody out there, a professional service, to transport this overland to the Allegheny River, that's going to be $1,000. All right, so the money's run out. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do what I need to do to get this boat in the water, but my tools are, half of them are in Troy, some of them are at my parents' house, some of them are in my dad's truck, some of them are in my Jeep. I'm trying to attach the motor right now. I need a 1/4-inch ratchet, like a socket wrench. Can't find that ratchet anywhere. Meanwhile, I got this $3,000 new outboard engine, Suzuki, specifically on the advice of one person to get a 20-inch shaft motor. Put it on. Somebody else says, why would you put a 20-inch shaft motor on? It makes no sense. You got a 15-inch transom. Now you're going to be sticking down 5 inches. There's another issue. The trailer is verkalkt, which is pig Latin, I think. I've just, you need a bolt. I got to go to the hardware store. There's 15 minutes out of your day. You come back. You need the ratchet set. Let me go see if my dad has one at his house. There's a half an hour out of your day. I was getting annoyed. I could feel myself getting annoyed. So I went into my parents' refrigerator, open up the refrigerator to get a Coors Light. Out comes 7 beers, roll out of the can, poo, 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 break all over the floor, splurt all over the place. I said to myself, Jesus, nothing is going right. And I'm just feeling kind of frustrated, I gotta say. It's like, the whole point of this trip is to see the country, and here I'm in my hometown on the gravel for 2 weeks. The other parts are to sell books, but nobody reads books. My book's been out here for 9 years. I sold maybe 400 copies. That's great. Trying to get a publisher is impossible, so I'm hoping to build a social media following so that maybe somebody gets the idea that, oh, maybe this guy they like his writing, so we ought to give him a chance. But meanwhile, I'm sitting here not getting followers. You know, in order to make any passive income off of YouTube, you got to have 1,000 followers. Now I've been at this about 5 weeks. I got, I think, 354. Maybe I get one new follower a day. It's just everything's really frustrating, and at some point, you kind of got to face the reality of, like, what if I run out of money, which is increasingly likely to happen at the pace that I'm going, almost exactly at Portsmouth, Ohio, where I ran out of money last time and had to go back and work waiting tables, hosting karaoke, and working for the state, 3 jobs, just to make up for the debt that I went into for another failed expedition. I don't want that to happen again, but I don't know, so I keep telling myself, well, you got to, go harder. You just need to make a little bit more investment. But I tell you, I'm starting to really kind of lose my patience on this. I try to be upbeat on these videos, but hey, I don't know, maybe somebody who's doing an adventure or something similar, and maybe they'll see this video and realize, nothing goes according to plan, and you've got to face these frustrations a lot. So I don't know, I'm going to work through it today, see if I can get the boat in the water. If not, I told my friend, if my boat is still hanging out here in the gravel, I would appreciate, tomorrow morning, I would appreciate if he sets it on fire. That way, at least I'd be, away from this albatross that has so far cost me approximately $20,000, when I could have just bought a pontoon boat at this point and built a shack on top of it and paid for all the gas that I need to get from Troy to New Orleans, instead of the contraption that I have here. I feel good. It's a homemade boat. I built it with my own hands. It's cool, but I'm starting to run out of patience because I want to see some results, and those results are me being on the water, meeting new people, actually selling books, and actually getting followers. So, good luck with that. I'll let you know. I'll update you when I actually get this boat in the water. Thanks.